Hello everyone, and welcome to County Perspective. This show focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the Frederick County community. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa, and thank you for joining me. Now let's kick off the show with our top news stories, starting with the fiscal year 2026 budget. Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater highlighted major projects in the upcoming capital budget. She focused on school construction projects that will be able to move forward faster even in a tight year. Her 6-year capital improvement program includes funding for 4 major school projects: replacing Brunswick High School, renovating Twin Ridge and Hillcrest Elementary Schools, and building a new elementary school that will open in 2026. These investments are supported by a special dedicated reserve fund the county established last year.
Budgets are complicated, and they're also where we document our values and our priorities. So it's important that they reflect the needs of the community and that we get them right, even when times are tough. It really is a struggle to balance all of the competing needs within the county's funding and bonding capability. There is never enough to do everything that everyone wants, and especially this year, very hard decisions will have to be made.
People spoke at a public hearing on March 19th to share their budget priorities. County Executive Fitzwater will submit her proposed budget to the County Council on April 15th. More details about the budget can be found at frederickcountymd.gov/budget. Nurseries, small businesses, and private nonprofits in Frederick County that have been impacted by the drought that began last summer can apply for low-interest federal disaster loans from the U.S. Small Business Administration. The deadline to apply is April 7th. The SBA's Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program provides financial relief to eligible businesses that are facing economic hardship due to the drought. Funds can cover fixed debts, payroll, and other expenses. Applications can be submitted online at lending.sba.gov. For more details, visit sba.gov/disaster or contact the SBA Customer Service Center at 800-659-2955. Frederick County loves its rich history. The county recently awarded grants to preserve several historic rural properties. The Rural Historic Preservation Grant Program, now in its 5th year, provides up to $50,000 per project to help stabilize, restore, and protect significant structures in rural areas. The 2025 grant recipients included the Hamilton W. Schaefer Farm, Needwood Farmhouse, Liberty Female Seminary, and other historic sites. These grants help maintain the county's unique architectural heritage and cultural history. Funding comes from real estate recordation fees. For more details, visit frederickcountymd.gov/rural grants or contact Amanda Whitmore at awhitmore@frederickcountymd.gov. Applications for starting your own business, home renovations, and agriculture can be tricky. That's why County Executive Jessica Fitzwater included funding in the current budget for 2 positions to help residents with those confusing processes. Let's find out more from the Division of Planning and Permitting.
Before I came into office as county executive, I met with a lot of folks throughout the community, and one of the things that I heard a lot about was within our Division of Planning and Permitting, and just how confusing some of the processes are and how many steps there are to making those types of things happen, whether it's in your small business or doing an addition on your home. There are a lot of different permits that you might need, and for some folks it's their first time going through that process. And I felt that it was a top priority to make sure that we had folks there to help people navigate through some of our processes. So I was very pleased to create the positions of an ombudsman for our planning and permitting division and also a small business navigator. And through the support of the county council, we were able to get those positions funded, and they really hit the ground running.
So as a small business navigator, I work with small businesses who want to locate or move within Frederick County and the municipalities in Frederick County. I help them understand the processes that they need to go through for permitting and planning if that's required. We review their plans with them. We get them in a position where they're ready to submit for their occupancy permits, and we help them through that process.
We assist with navigating the permit portal. We help applicants understand processes and timelines. We can also help if there's a challenging situation. For our small business applicants, we can meet on-site, look over floor plans, ensuring that they have what is needed for our plan review. Our goal is for them to get through the application process smoothly.
So I first heard about the Small Business Navigator through the Brunswick Main Street coordinator, letting me know that Frederick County had a variety of different resources to help me navigate the process for opening my bike shop. I hadn't opened one previously, so I was looking for resources and support to help me sort of walk through the process. I knew what I didn't know, which was a lot about that, and so I was looking for people who could make it as efficient and easy as possible.
The assistance they provided me was incredible. I could not have done anything without having both of them by my side. First, it was just going in and they were helping me draw my floor plan and making sure every single thing was to scale, every single thing was perfect, and it was so nice. I never felt rushed. I never felt dumb. They were encouraging me the entire time, even though I've never done something like this before.
Good customer service is about having processes that work for everybody, having access to information readily available, whether it's on our website or in different forms that people can fill out to ask questions, but just having that one-on-one experience with another human being that you know you're going to get somebody on the phone who's going to be able to answer your questions and help you problem solve through the experience that you're having or the permit that you're trying to get with the county. That one-on-one experience is so important. And so Stacy and Ashley in their new roles really will help give that opportunity to more of our residents and more of our business owners.
Someone should reach out to us whenever they want to open a small business. If they're not sure about the processes that they need to go through, I can help you as a small business navigator through those processes.
Along with assisting Ashley with our small businesses, I also help our homeowners and agricultural applicants. Being a general point of contact when you need more information on where to start the process.
There was one particular instance that was really tough for me, and I immediately called my small business navigator. I told her what was going on and how I'm trying to get this permit through. I can't get it approved. Something's failing. I have no idea what to do. And they walked me through every single step. Within 2 hours, reached out to the people they needed to reach out to, got back to me, and the problem was solved. And the next day, it passed inspection.
There were times where I was sort of unclear about what my next steps were, or times when the deadlines were tight, and so the folks there were really good at saying, this is what's coming up, this is what you need to be prepared to do, it's going to take this period of time. It really took a lot of the guessing work out of it.
If people need to contact us, they can visit our website, frederickcountymd.gov/applicant support.
Through the applicant support website, you'll find our email addresses as well as phone numbers. Please reach out to us. We're happy to assist you with your projects.
Okay, everyone, it's time for a short break, but we have so much more to cover in this episode of County Perspective, so don't go anywhere. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. Later in the show, we'll take a look at the Women's History Month celebration that took place in front of Winchester Hall. But before that, let's see who our adorable pet of the week is this time.
He's a husky named Husky, so obviously he's obsessed with snow. He loves to play in it, roll in it, and eat it. He can't get enough, but he's a well-rounded guy. There are plenty of other things that he enjoys when that beautiful, fluffy white stuff isn't around. Toys, especially stuffies, nice walks, belly rubs, and hanging out with canine friends. To learn more about Husky and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
On March 6, County Executive Jessica Fitzwater officially proclaimed March as Women's History Month in Frederick County. She held a ceremony with a group of strong female leaders in our community. Now, without further ado, let's check it out.
Hello and welcome to Winchester Hall. We are standing in front of the plaque that reads 1893 to 1915, original home of the Women's College of Frederick, Maryland, now known as Hood College. A reminder of the history of this building and its importance to women's history. Hood College opened for its first semester in 1893 with 83 female students. In 1898, the college awarded its first baccalaureate degrees to 14 women. We have come a long way since 1893, and I am proud to stand here as the second woman to be elected county executive of Frederick County's charter government. Woo! You know, Frederick County has a long history of intelligent, strong women who led extraordinary lives. Susanna Beatty was one of the first women to own land in Maryland back in 1732. By 1733, she owned about 2,000 acres in Frederick County. Back then, it was Prince George's County, raising her family to the prominent positions of being among the largest land proprietors in their county. Claire McCardle, born in 1905, is credited with creating sportswear for women, blending practicality with style. A statue on our Carroll Creek celebrates her innovation, and it was designed by another talented woman in Frederick County, artist Sarah Hempe Irani, a graduate of Hood College. Dr. Blanche Bourne-Tyee, born in 1917, was the first African-American female doctor not only to practice in Frederick County, but the first to practice in all of the state of Maryland. She was a diplomat of the American Board of Pediatrics and a fellow of the American Academy of Pediatrics. And we must pay respects to a leader that we recently lost, the great Beverly Barton Byron, who earned a 2-year degree from Hood College in 1962 and went on to represent our 6th district in Congress for 14 years, being reelected 6 times to Congress, where she focused on military and national security issues. I am so proud of Frederick County, especially during the month of March, for the strong women that came before us, the strong women making a difference here every day, and the strong women we are raising and mentoring to be forces for their own and for our collective good. We are proud that here in Maryland, our right to choose has been enshrined in our state constitution, and we look forward to the day when all women in America share this right. Woo! Woo! Yes, ma'am. Today, when our federal government is degrading the recognitions and celebrations that so many have fought hard to achieve, it gives me great pride to announce that here in Frederick County, we honor and proclaim March to be Women's History Month. Yes. We will be celebrating all throughout the month and hope that you will join us for our Commission for Women's annual Raving About Women event on March 20th at 6:30 p.m. at the Arc on Market Street. This event is a celebration of the month and a fantastic opportunity to recognize women in our community. This year, we're excited to be honoring Avani, a nonprofit focused on helping women of all ages with education and community building events. Carlia Summers will be named our Up-and-Coming Woman of the Year for her incredible work as Executive Director of Andrea's House, which offers transitional living for women and children. And Joyce King will be named Woman of the Year as a thanks to all of her work as Chief Counsel for the Frederick County State's Attorney's Office. We're so grateful to these women for all they do, for the incredible women leaders who are here with me today, joining us for our proclamation of Women's History Month. And so, it gives me great pleasure to share this proclamation today. Whereas, women of every race, class, and ethnic background have made historic contributions to the growth and strength of our nation in countless recorded and unrecorded ways, and served as early leaders in the forefront of every major progressive social change movement. And whereas women have played and continue to play critical economic, cultural, and social roles in every sphere of the life of the nation by constituting a significant portion of the labor force working inside and outside of the home. And whereas women have played a unique role by providing most of the nation's volunteer labor force. And whereas women were particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions in our nation. And whereas women have served our country courageously in the military. And whereas women have been leaders not only in securing their own rights of suffrage and equal opportunity, but also in the abolitionist movement, the emancipation movement, the industrial labor movement, the civil rights movement, and other movements, especially the peace movement, which created a more fair and just society for all. And whereas despite these contributions, the role of women in history has been consistently overlooked and undervalued in the literature, teaching, and study of American history. And whereas our country was founded on the idea of equality for all, so we are proud that here in Frederick County, we know we are stronger when we are inclusive and consider all members of our community. We know it is our privilege to serve every member of this county, and we take that responsibility very seriously. We value the varied perspectives and experiences that make us stronger. Today, we demonstrate our guiding principle as we celebrate and honor Women's History Month and celebrate pride in the impact of the mental, physical, and emotional labor within the women of Frederick. Now, therefore, as County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I hereby recognize the month of March 2025 as Women's History Month in Frederick County and commend this observance to all of our residents, presented this 6th day of March 2025. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, leaders of Frederick.
Happy Women's History Month, everyone. Now that spring is officially here, let's look at some activities coming up that you and your family and friends can participate in, like Raise the Racks event at Catoctin Creek Park. Let's dive into this episode's calendar of events. To find out more about future events and activities, just visit frederickcountymd.gov. Now we're almost at the end of the show, so let me share a few more things with you before we go. On Wednesday, March 12th, community members gathered at the Frederick Visitor Center for a ribbon-cutting ceremony to showcase the center's newest renovations. Participants had the opportunity to check out new exhibits, a beautiful newly painted mural on the wall containing maps of downtown Frederick, and more. It has been 14 years since the Visitor Center replaced their exhibits, and now the center is filled with updated maps, more information on where visitors can explore the county, and visitors can now experience a more modern and colorful, vibrant space. Around 2 million visitors come to Frederick each year, bringing in around $500 million to our local economy. That's about $1.3 million a day. Residents are invited to attend open houses to help shape the future of Frederick County through 3 new livable Frederick plans. These meetings will include hands-on activities designed to engage the community and gather input on the housing element, the historic preservation plan, and the green infrastructure plan. In this early information gathering stage, the public can learn about the plan's objectives and provide feedback to staff. County Executive Jessica Fitzwater said, "Planning for more affordable housing, historic preservation, and green infrastructure is critical to maintaining the high quality of life that we enjoy in Frederick County." The content of each open house will be identical, so attendees only need to participate in one session to stay informed and offer comments. All meetings will be held from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. There was a great turnout at the first meeting, which was held at the Thurmont Regional Library. The next 2 open houses will be held on Wednesday, March 26th at the Middletown Branch Library and on Monday, April 7th at the Urbana Regional Library. The Livable Frederick Master Plan is an ongoing initiative designed to enhance the quality of life for residents of Frederick County by addressing critical areas such as housing, historic preservation, the environment, health, and the economy. For more information, please visit frederickcountymd.gov/livablefrederick. Well, everyone, that concludes this episode of County Perspective. If you want to stay up to date on important news and events going on in the county, follow Frederick County on social media at FredCoGovMD. We'll see you next time with a fresh look from a county perspective. Take care, everyone.